أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
One more thing about the ayah number 4 خلق الإنسان من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين. That some of the ulama, they say that this is also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just wanted is a message for us to recall our origin, and this really evokes something in us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say that you are a weak creation. Without me you are absolutely nothing. Okay, so this is something that we need to understand also in this ayah. Ayah number 5. What?
Before we go into really,
We're not going to go anywhere.
not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But really, after the creation, the issue of that I'm the only God.
Huh?
That now that some people might think that there is different gods in outside in Marsh, and they can't believe in that we only people that really on this universe and so on. So Allah gets into that really in other ayahs, I don't remember it, but that there is no other God comes in and say I create something.
Okay.
That gets into again to that God has a son or no son. Because if I have a son, God forbid, every God will go on with his own way of doing things. But really kind of get into the issue is there is no other God came in and claimed anything other than God who sent us the Quran and the prophets and so on. So is that really kind of something that with the Christians can get it? If there is a son and he's a God too, and then the mother also is another God, Maryam is another God, and so we got 3 here, everyone goes with his own way. How come they don't really get it?
You know something, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say وَكَذَلِكَ زَيَّنَّا لِكُلِّ أُمَّةٍ عَمَلَهُم. Every nation, when you are born in a Christian family, and this is fed to you since you are nothing, okay? People, the religions, the problem with us, religion is something that comforts us. The majority of people do not actually think about religion. You understand this? As a Christian, I really do not care. It doesn't bother me. I am in a Christian environment. This is the thing that I was brought up with. It gives me comfort. I do not do any kind of research. You understand? They do not bother. And also Christianity, this is something differ Islam from everything else. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala actually condemn people who worship him based on ignorance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say فَاعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. Okay, ثم واستغفر لذنبك أفلا يتدبرون أفلا يعقلون أفلا يعقلون. All these things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pushing us to understand. Even in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes leave things ambiguous, which means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not want to feed us with a spoon. He wants us to use this because this is what make us dignified. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to use us. In Christianity, they were taught, do not ask questions. You understand this? So in reality, people do not ask questions. But if you sit down and debate with all these people, and I did throughout my life, they actually have absolutely no logic. And they say, this is Farid, we do not want to talk about this. This is what we were brought up, and I am fine. You understand this? So, and I, in a sense, even we as Muslims, we do not think deep in our deen. Because when we think deeper in our deen, that's going to strengthen our iman. Unfortunately, we're not doing this. But every religion, the Christianity maybe it's okay. Huh? You have the Hindus. Okay, they have something on their face because they do not want to kill bacteria, but they kill human being. You understand this? There are
A friend of mine,
there are
he had a picture of his God
Yeah.
with so many hands, and so I mocked him.
Yeah.
I didn't really know. I sort of
Yeah.
thought, please don't do that.
Of course. No, you're not supposed to do this.
On his cubicle in front of him.
Yeah.
I said, "Are you kidding? This is too many hands and too many. What is this?"
I used to have a chemist working for me, and he does not put his wallet behind his back. And I ask him, he always have it in front. I ask him, why doing this? He say, if I do it, the money God will be very, very upset with me, because he's going to be sitting on the money. There are lots of things, but people do not think. But the beauty of our deen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to think. And this is lots of people who embrace Islam. I had a guy who was originally from Germany. He became Muslim. And the reason he became Muslim, when he read in the Quran, أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ أَفَلَا يَتَفَكَّرُونَ, he says this is a unique thing, a deen that they say don't take things blindfolded. Think about it. He say, this is something I was always looking for all my life. I want to use my head, but when I go to the priest, he say, no. Don't question God. What we tell you is what you tell you. The Quran said, Allah Ta'ala say, فَاعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. Get to know me before you worship me. Because if you do not know me, anybody can play with your head. I want you to stand on, solid ground. Okay? وَالْأَنْعَامَ خَلَقَهَا لَكُمْ فِيهَا دِفْءٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now is talking about some of his ni'am that he gave us. وَالْأَنْعَامَ خَلَقَهَا لَكُمْ فِيهَا دِفْءٌ. And as for cattle of every kind, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created them for you. فِيهَا دِفْءٌ وَمَنَافِعٌ. In them are means of warmth for you, and the numerous other benefit. From them also you eat. وَمِنْهَا تَأْكُلُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now is talking about the ni'am of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one of the things that think about it, imagine if these an'am cattle was not domesticated, if they were wild. How can you do this? I mean, in the desert, you see a camel, which is like a two-story building. A boy 5 years old is grabbing. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say, use your head. This is imagine a bull which is very, very strong. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala domesticated that for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala subservient. This is you can do whatever you want to do with them. Okay, and in the meantime, we cannot control a fly. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say, I want you to understand, I make things easy for you, okay? But it is not always like this. You can control an elephant, you can control a camel, but you cannot control a snake. You cannot control a fly. So everything is based on the universal plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say, just to look at these things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say, فيها دفء. Dif means provide warmth. We get clothing from this. One of the most expensive clothing is the fur of the camel. This is very, very expensive things. Okay, and you get wool, you get hair, you get skin, you get milk. Okay, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say manafi', and he kept it open. Not only things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say dif. All the clothing and all the things is being done with this. The skin is also the skin of these things. When you see people when they slaughter a sheep, at the Eid, the skin with the hair, they treat it, they cure it, and it's a beautiful thing. People put it there as a, as a carpet or something. So the ni'am of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we do not think about it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminding us with this ni'am. But he say here, وَمِنْهَا لَكُمْ فِيهَا دِفْءٌ وَمَنَافِعَ. Manafi', Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let it be open, because we make use. Wallah, think about gelatin and how this important for the medicine, the medical industry, and for the food industry. Gelatin. People before, they did not understand that. They did not get that. This is a manafi', and throughout the history, we most likely will find things in the cattle and these that we do not know. By the time that improvement, we will find all more uses. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, لكم فيها دفء ومنافع. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Yasin, وَذَلَّلْنَاهَا لَكُمْ, and we have tamed it, we have subdued it, we have domesticated these cattle for you, so you ride on them and eat them. وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا مَنَافِعُ وَمَشَارِبُ. Okay, you have use for it, and also we drink milk. Just think about milk, the product that come out of milk. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say, just think about the ni'am that I give you from these. أَفَلَا يَشْكُرُونَ. This is something very important in Surah Yasin, because we are drowned, we are covered by the ni'am of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and very seldom the people think about thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he say, Inna Allah yuhibbu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love when a person eat a meal and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When a person drink and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is beautiful, and it make all the difference in our life. If you do these things, think about it, wallahi. When we wake up in the morning, think about this. It changes your life entirely. When you wake up in the morning, if you for 1 second remember that you were actually dead. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say, Allahu yatawaffa al-anfusa hina mawtiha wallati lam tamut fi manamiha. So we actually, when we sleep, this is, they call it al-mawt al-asghar. This is the small death. We die. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you wake up in the morning, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you your life back. Do we honestly, when we wake up in the morning, do we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that? You know, some people wake up in the morning and rub their eyes and it's cloudy out there, they say, what a miserable day.
Like today?
Like today. But what's so miserable about it? I mean, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala actually give you your life back. Huh? And we do not thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that. وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا جَمَالٌ حِينَ تُرِيحُونَ وَحِينَ تَسْرَحُونَ. And while in them, not only food, not only from them all type of benefit, not only we eat from them, not only we get warmth from them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say, there is another element I give you. وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا جَمَالٌ حِينَ تُرِيحُونَ وَحِينَ تَسْرَحُونَ. And while in them you find the glorious beauty when you drive them home and the evening to rest, and when you lead them out in the morning for grazing and pasturing. Wallahi, this is something, it is mind-boggling. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he talk about his ni'am, he does not only give us what we call the essentials. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the unessentials. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala satisfy our belly, satisfy our eyes, satisfy our ears, satisfy our nose, satisfy our fu'ad, everything. Think about it. The ulama say 95% of the trees that Allah created does not bear any fruits. It's only for beauty. Only for beauty. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not only supply us with physical essentials, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be happy all over the world. But this is, we're gonna come and talk about this in details, because this is very important part of our deen. Being unique, being clean, taking care of yourself, taking care of your house. You know, sometimes you enter homes which is multi-million-dollar homes. It's like being bombed. Somebody bombed the whole place. And you go to a place which is very, very non-expensive, nothing there, but it's full of beauty. Nothing outrageous. But you see people taking care of their homes. Everything is good. People have even some flowers from, you know, not expensive flowers, but the beauty is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to enjoy in this dunya. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قل من حرم زينة الله التي أخرج لعباده والطيبات من الرزق. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala start with the zina, with the ornament, with the beauty of the eyes, before he talk about food. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, well, inshallah we're going to talk about this, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say, even these cattle, people who own it, they have also the sense of pride. You understand this? When you see, especially in the farm areas, when you see your herd coming out in the morning, healthy, going there and coming back with milk and stuff like this, there is the sense of pride. But are we talking about pride that being grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? I can have pride because I am connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am comfortable. I have pride in my deen. You understand this? But we not talk about the pride that make you arrogant. You understand this? When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me in abundance, I have pride. I am happy. I have a pride that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestow all this ni'am on me. You understand this? Not the pride that make me arrogant. You understand this? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say, look at the Arabian horses, how expensive these horses are. You look at them. In fact, the word khayl, which means a horse, khayl, is coming from khuyala. You know the horse, the Arab, the Arabian horses, the way they walk, huh? They feel that they are something. And Arabian horses, there are millions of dollars. You know, you see a horse that cost, you know, $20 million or something like this. Especially our friends in the Arab world, they buy all these things like they buying cigarettes. They have money. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا جَمَالٌ حِينَ تُرِحُونَ وَحِينَ تَسْرَحُونَ. And the ulama say, this is something that we need to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is not only taking care of our just physical essential need, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking care of all our needs. So the Sheikh Sha'rawi rahmatullah alayhi, he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of his generosity, who give us what pleases the belly, the ruh, the qalb, the eyes, the nose, all these things. You see roses, you see plants, that jasmine and stuff like this. It's beauty. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to enjoy all these things. وَتَحْمِلُ أَثْقَالَكُمْ إِلَى بَلَدٍ لَمْ تَكُونُوا بَالِغِيهِ إِلَّا بِشِقِّ الْأَنفُسِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say also, one of the benefit of these cattle that they carry heavy loads. لم تكونوا بالغيه إلا بشق الأنفس. You can moreover they carry heavy loads to lands you would never have otherwise reach except with much distress to yourself. Indeed إن ربكم لرؤوف رحيم. Indeed your master is all kind, mercy giving. Okay. Some of the people say that today that we do not really use cattle to carry our stuff. Okay, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you remember, I don't know if you, some of you remember when Reagan was here and they went the Falkland Island. There was a battle there. Lots of areas the battle was on the back of horses because it was mountain, the terrain was very, very bad. This is, I'm not talking about 200 years ago, I'm talking about maybe 20, 30 years ago. Okay, this is, and also sometimes when we read the Quran, we think about New York City environment. Okay, 60% of the world, they do not have phones. 60% of the world do not have even clean water. Okay, so these things forever will be used. You understand this? Because sometimes I remember Sheikh Sha'rawi way back when we were in Egypt. I was still in college. Somebody is asking Sheikh Sha'rawi and he say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about the ships in the sea. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he say إن يشأ يسكن الريح فيظللن رواكد على ظهره. So the Sheikh is explaining the ayah, and the ayah say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala out of his ni'am that he send the wind that make the ships move in the sea. So the guy asked him, he say, Ya Sheikh, today we do not have ships that goes by the wind. They all, motors and stuff like this and equipment stuff like this. And he really thought that he cornered Sheikh Sha'rawi for this because the Quran is talking about this. And Sha'rawi he said الريح does not only in the Quran does not only mean wind. الريح in the Quran means power. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he say فتفشلوا وتذهب ريحكم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, don't clash with each other, don't dispute, because when you dispute, your power will vanish. He say, الريح in the Quran means wind and means power. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also is capable, the one who stopped the wind, he can stop the engine from working. He can stop the oil from actually, charging and so sometimes if you do not think deeper, you might see an ayah that you think is out of place. Nothing is out of place. Everything is being there, and this is until the day of judgment it will be implemented. وتحمل أثقالكم إلى بلد لم تكونوا بالغيه إلا بشق الأنفس إن ربكم لرؤوف رحيم. The word شق الأنفس, شق means crack. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the ayah is so beautiful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he say, it is gonna be very stressful if you carry all this load by yourself. It is like you take your soul and split it in half. شق الأنفس. So you take the soul and you actually crack it, just to show you how stressful that thing is. Ayah 8, which is stress this whole thing that we're talking about. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, وَالْخَيْلَ وَالْبِغَالَ وَالْحَمِيرَ لِتَرْكَبُوهَا وَزِينَةً وَيَخْلُقُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he say, now he talked about the animals that we use for food and stuff like this. He's talking about another group of animals. He said, وَالْخَيْلَ horses, وَالْبِغَال mules, والحمير donkeys. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created them as well, that you may ride them وَزِينَةً. And this is the point that we want to talk about. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He say, I created this not only to carry your load, but it is also for prestige. It is also as a worldly adornment for you. Indeed, He alone creates that of which you do not know. And we want to talk about beauty and how important that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stressed that our nafs is not only satisfied by the material things. Just think about this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He say, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he say, Inna Allah jamilun yuhibbul jamal. Every beauty, no matter how high it is, in this dunya, it is a fraction and nothing fraction, almost nothing comparing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, anything that is most beautiful that you see, it's a fraction and less than fraction of the beauty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-A'raf, He say, قُلْ مَنْ حَرَّمَ زِينَةَ اللَّهِ. Who would make the zina that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought to us? الَّذِي خَرَّمَ وَالطَّيِّبَاتِ مِنَ الرِّزْقِ. The zina is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for purpose. The flowers. Because when you see a flower, when you see the spectrum of the color, when you see the spectrum of the odor, that is reminder of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that this lead to Him, and also it satisfy our soul. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He say, when He talk about the ocean, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He say, with the food that you get from the ocean, تستخرجوا منه حلية تلبسونها. The pearl, all these things is from the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is ni'am from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He talk about horses, والخيل والبغال وزينة, this is horses. الشجر, most of the trees is zina from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not only this, the stars, النجوم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He created وَزَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا. This is it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, beauty is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for us. And that beauty lead us to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but also give the soul tranquility, gives the soul a peace of mind, is a beautiful thing. And this is because some people who misunderstand Islam, they think that this dunya is awful. I do not want to have anything to do with this. I want to live in a cave. I do not want anything. That's not it. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to enjoy. Because if we enjoy this ni'am, and we actually think about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, think about the ni'am of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that lead us to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we enjoy our life in this dunya, and also we enjoy our life afterwards. الساعة دلوقتي الساعة 8. Should we stop? Okay. بارك الله فيكم وأحسن الله إليكم. And we'll have about maybe 5 or 10 minutes for question, answer, comments, or anything like this.
Yeah, actually I have